A flying what? Hello, YouTube. Welcome back for our journey through the Radiant Citadel. Actually, we are still nowhere near the Radiant Citadel. None of these adventures really have anything to do with that place that was described in the intro. It's kind of shocking that they didn't force some of these authors to at least put a couple of direct links back to the Radiant Citadel, maybe have part of the adventure take place there. But nope. They just had a lunatic write the Radiant Citadel portion, and then had several incompetent and or very woke authors write these adventures. So yes, this is Shadow of the Sun, Adventure 10. This is for 11th level PCs. This one is kind of a mess. It's got a few decent ideas in it, and some very odd choices. Some very cheesy ideas. So we will get right in with the players headed to the city of Akarin Sangar. And they are invited here for, drumroll please, a festival. The Festival of Shab Taban, which is a Midnight Sun festival. So this one seems to be a bit more fitting with the setting. So I'll give it a pass. It doesn't feature very prominently, just kind of in the background. But yes, we are back on the festival train. So when they get to Akarin Sangar, they will learn that it is essentially a theocracy, and it's not run by a theocrat. It's run by an actual angel, Atash, and he has a right-hand pari, I think it's called. It's just kind of another angel. His name is Artavazda. So I'm not sure how you guys play. But I would consider this sort of cheesy to have a couple of angels doing the nitty-gritty administration of a human city. I just kind of picture them hunched over their desks, enacting tax laws and writing out new edicts. They're supposed to be angels. They're supposed to be above all this. Kind of wondering if it would work better if they just kind of had a puppet human down here to run the city in their stead, and then you can kind of keep their involvement secret and maybe reveal it if necessary dramatically. But yes, they don't bother with that. It is an actual angel running this city, so brings up all sorts of conundrums. But yes, the players will find themselves reveling in the Three Sun Square, and that's when things go haywire. A group of anarchists, the Ashen Heirs, start to cause trouble. They have these things called boom hailers, which are essentially just megaphones. And they are shouting out their displeasure at the government and its stifling ways as a theocracy. So this actually might be the first instance of the players, maybe questioning, whether the government is sound here. But they won't have time to ponder that for very long, because these boom hailers are causing tremors in the ground. And yes, that brings our old favorite, the purple worm, which can be a very, very deadly foe. So yes, they give you a pretty decent encounter right away. Nothing wrong with that if you've listened to my past videos. I do not mind that at all. So yeah, they will, but they are assumed to have, at 11th level, taken care of the purple worm. And it is at that point where they will meet Artavazda, the right-hand man of the ruler, Atash. He is impressed with their work, and he offers them work for the Bright Guard, which are essentially the enforcers of this regime. And he's going to try to sweeten the pot as much as possible. It's sort of incumbent and expected for the PCs to take this offer. So I've always found that amusing that stingy DMs will balk at offering a certain amount of gold. It's just give them enough gold to do it and get the mission going. This is not real money. So yes, the players will agree, hopefully, and Artavazda will tell them that as far as the Ashen heirs go, he wants them to help snuff this group out, and they were last seen poking their noses around the Rue Bazaar looking for something. So that is your next link in the chain. They go to the Rue Bazaar. They will eventually find their way to a rug shop of a smuggler named Ahmad, who's a bit cagey, but he does confirm that some Ashen heirs were there looking for some sort of magic jar. I think they call it a samovar. But he is not forthcoming in the fact that he actually has this in his basement. But that will soon be revealed as the players will hear some people rustling downstairs in the basement. And sure enough, it is a couple of Ashen heirs who have apparently, coincidentally, found it just at the right time when the players are there. And that they also find something else. And that is the magic carpet that he has in the basement. So they will get on that and make haste and go, as Benny Mardones said, into the night. But the good news is Ahmad has a second flying carpet, and the players are free to use it. So this will set up a cheesy magic carpet chase through a bazaar. I mean, I suppose it could be fun if you're in the right mood, but again, I kind of think outside a little bit, and if let's just say a non-minority had written this, if just a regular old white guy had written a magic carpet ride in a Middle Eastern set adventure, the kind of excoriation he would be going through right now. But yes, that does not matter. Magic carpets are in, and you are to chase down these thieves, and it is expected that you find them and detain them or kill them. Hopefully detain one, because they kind of have to give you the clue where to go next. And if that happens, they will reveal the secret hideout of the Ashen heirs, the anarchist group that the Bright Guard and the Angel Atosh and his right-hand man, Artavazda, want to snuff out. But before they get to the Ashen heir hideout, they have to have an important encounter with someone named Layla, who runs a bakery. It's always bakeries with these people. Patisseries, bakeries. I love their fucking sweets. But yes, she will introduce herself, and it's just meant to be an introduction and goodwill meeting. But Layla is actually a member of another opposition group called the Silent Roar. Now, they are non-violent, so they do not agree with the Ashen heirs, but they have no love for this administration. So once you bid adieu to Layla, you will head to the Ashen heir hideout, and eventually you will encounter the leader of the Ashen heirs, and that is Navid, who is actually an Afriti in disguise. So he is rather unrepentant, and I will give credit where credit is due here. I don't think he can be swayed. I think it's going to be incumbent on the players to take care of him. And again, if the DM adjusts and buffs some certain things, this could be a pretty tough fight too. But yes, if they are lucky enough to destroy Navid and break up the Ashen Heirs. When they report back to Ardavazda, he will be most pleased. Maybe he'll even give him a bonus with some of that fake money. So yes, but he's not done with the players. No. No, he wants them to help uncover another group that is sowing discontent, and that is, as you guessed, the Silent Roar. He understands that they're not violent, but no dissent can be brooked. So he wants the players to go to the Twilight Rose Theater, where they usually hang out and discuss things, try to gather intelligence. And when the players do go there, they will again see Layla and the Silent Roar, and I think I could safely say that they are probably expected to start to have sympathy for the Silent Roar, because they are nonviolent, and this regime does seem to be a little bit on the authoritarian side, let us say. So yes, when you see Layla, she will tell the players that her sister, Afsun, is actually being held at the pedestal of judgment. And she would like the players to help them out. Go there and free her sister. So this is all setting up for a final encounter at the pedestal of judgment, which is outside of town. I found this part pretty cool. It's a pedestal that is floating about 300 feet off the ground, so you need a flying... I think they give you a Pegasus to ride. I mean, I guess you do need some way to get up there, but it's kind of cheesy. Although, you know, in the Radiant Citadel, I just thought of this, and they have these crystals that float. I mean, heaven forbid, you know, you work something like that in here, you know, but no, we got to go right with the Pegasus. So anyway, yes, at the pedestal of judgment, you have this disc floating 300 feet off the ground, and then there's these green crystals, and inside these crystals are the prisoners of the regime, including Layla's sister, Afsun. So she wants you to break her out of the crystal and rescue her. And I guess it's at this point where the players have to figure out whose side they're on. They still working for the Bright Guard? And, you know, are they going to stay in line with them? Or are they going to throw in with the Silent Roar? And if they do, I think it's sort of expected that they will. It just seems to be sort of how it's written. They will have to fight Ardavazda, the Pari, and yeah, he is no pushover. Plus, they throw a couple of his henchmen in there, so they could be in for a pretty tough fight at the end of this one if they do, I guess, quote unquote, the right thing. So that will about end it as far as the adventure goes. My final thoughts. It's a good last scene. It's a good setting, you know, disc floating, you know, above the ground, with these crystals kind of hovering around it. So yeah, that's good. As I mentioned before, though, I just so cheesy having actual angels ruling over a city. Just nothing I would ever do as a DM. Just doesn't make much sense when you sit down and think about it. Just you know, have a puppet there who enacts the will of the angel and has to sort of report in. Angels are busy. You know, they got better things to do. They don't need to be working on tax ordinances or that sort of thing. And of course, the magic carpet ride is well, enough said about that. So, all right, that about does it. We are working our way towards the end here. Oh my, only a couple more to go. And I will probably do just a wrap-up retrospective, big picture video of what I thought of this book. And then we'll be on to other things. I have already ordered my next project. It should be a doozy. I'll reveal that at some point in the near future, so stay tuned. If you liked what I'm doing here, make sure to hit that like button. But better yet, hit that subscribe button too. That way you'll see when I release another one of these. I got plans, big plans. So I hope you stay along for the ride. So that is going to do it for today. Wishing you all a safe and happy day until the next time we meet. Goodbye.